The Youth and Community Building on Manor Street is many things to many people. It's a cafe, a games room, a meeting place, a music studio and classroom. For us, it's the location of the Youth Information Service. The Youth Information Service works with young people so they will have the ability, skills, confidence and knowledge to use and apply information, to become active citizens and to participate in society. We work with young people to help them use their own voice and to be heard, to be aware of and have opinions on things that affect them in their daily lives. We operate very much in the area of critical social education. In this short documentary, a group of young people have come together to give an insight into the meaning of equality and to take a look at the attitudes and understandings of what equality means to different people, what it means to youth service managers, youth workers, young people themselves. We hope you enjoy the results.
Equality means that me and the other teenage girls aren't being treated differently to the teenage boys.
What word comes to mind when you hear equality?
Free.
As a teenage girl, do you feel you're discriminated against?
Yeah, I feel like I can't wear certain clothes as it's a lot more as girls are a lot more sexualized than guys. That if we wear a top too low or a dress too short, we're being told that we're dressing indecent. But guys can walk around during the summer without a top on and get nothing said to them.
Do you feel your gender will affect your future?
To a certain point that it could. Realistically, girls and boys aren't treated the same. That it's still in some factories that there's still boys are getting paid higher. So yeah, I feel like it could.
One word to describe equality. Fairness. What does equality mean to you?
For me, it kind of means that everyone has equal access to things. So that there's fairness of opportunity for people to get involved in things that they want to get involved in. So sometimes you have the visible things if someone has a disability and they can't access a building, or something more invisible, if someone doesn't have the money to do something that they want to do, if they can't access things because of poverty. So for me, it's about kind of equality of opportunity to access the things in society that you want to access.
As a youth worker, do you see many young people affected by inequality?
Yeah, we do. The project that I work in is funded to work in an area of designated disadvantage. So what that means is that the people in the community might, some people might be below the poverty line, some people might be at risk of early school leaving, young people might not have the opportunity to go to college that their peers have, to progress in education. So it's a lot of different factors that kind of combine together to make it harder for people to kind of have that opportunity to get involved in stuff. So I think it's the more invisible things, and sometimes young people aren't aware of that. They might not know that they're growing up in a community that is disadvantaged and they don't have the same opportunities to access things as other young people their age would. So for me, what youth work is about is raising their awareness of that and trying to address the inequalities in society through, say, taking part in a protest or lobbying for different rights for people.
Do you find any issue with equality in your workplace?
In this building?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think we're quite forward thinking because we have a lot of, say, LGBT groups and things that access the building, even down to the bathrooms are on the top 2 floors are unisex now, they're open access. We have the lift for people who have disabilities, there's accessible toilets. The only thing is, it is quite a busy area, so for people with, say, who use wheelchairs or maybe people who have mobility issues and that, crossing the road and kind of the busy road and things like that is hard for people. But I think we're quite a forward-thinking organisation, and we would hope not to be excluding people. The centre is open for everyone to access. I think where we fall down is trying to promote that out in the community, which is something that we're working on at the moment. So we're going out to schools and we're going out to the neighbourhood to tell people more about the centre, and then, you know, once they're more informed, they informed, they know that they can get involved in the different things that are going on. So that would maybe be the one area, but like, I think it is a real equal place to work. You know, everyone kind of gives as much as they can, and people are able to access the services here. So.
What does equality mean to you?
I guess it means having everyone be equal as long as they're not hurting anyone. And that's something people can't understand. Just leave people alone.
Young person, what areas of equality affect you?
People discriminate against me because I'm younger. They think I'm dumb because I'm only 18. And being LGBT, people just look at you differently because you look different. Because I don't conform to what a girl should look like. They get confused and automatically get defensive because of that.
What word comes to mind when you hear equality?
Everyone being able to do what they want to do and no one complaining, because it's none of their business. Again, people look at me differently because of it. Like, people who were fine with you before, you know they're careful with some things around you now. Like a friend of mine, as soon as she said the word gay, she just looked at me to make sure I wasn't like offended or that I was going to say anything because of it.